My name is John Coffey, one of the hosts of the Just Acting Up show, and we have Big Chris. Chris, say what's up to the people.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? What's up? We got Big Mike in the building. Big Mike.
What's up? What's up? What's going on?
Yes, sir. And you know what? My mom would really cuss me out right now for not introducing the ladies. Always ladies first. We should know that by now.
Where are your manners?
Where are my manners?
Tashay,
how are you doing, Queen?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. How are you?
Doing good, ladies. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's tell us a little bit about ourselves. So, Chris, you want to take it away? Tell us a little bit about who is the Just Acting Up show.
So if y'all know who the Just Acting Up show is, we're a group of writers, actors, that we have a podcast where we talk to different creatives in the industry, in the entertainment industry that's been in all your favorite movies, TV shows, etc., etc. And so, we bring that to the platform. We open the platform. If you're looking to get into acting, you're currently an actor, or just want to know more about the business, definitely check out our podcast.
Yeah, definitely check out our podcast as we are on the race to get 1K subscribers. Can I hear somebody say woo out there, audience again? About two of y'all. That's all.
Just two? All right. I know we're closing out the panel. We got to... All right.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to talk about what goes on in Hollywood and what goes on in the entertainment business as we go ahead and get into our discussion right now. As we go ahead and get into our number one question, and the question is, what was the first superhero or video game adaptation that truly made you a fan? That's a good one. That's a good one. Me, I guess I'll go ahead and go first. Batman and X-Men were my two favorites. Batman and X-Men was my favorite. I know Batman get a lot of flack nowadays, saying that he raised young kids and he don't take care of them properly. But hey, that's another story for another day. We ain't gonna talk about that. But Batman is still the GOAT, even though a lot of people give him a lot of flack. But you know what? That was my guy. That was my guy right there. Batman and X-Men. So, Chris, what about you?
I'd say for me it was Ninja Turtles and Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
We all love Ninja Turtles.
I was always a Ghostbuster or a Ninja Turtle every Halloween. I love those guys. So.
Yeah. What about you, Tashay?
I think I kind of started on Power Rangers.
Okay. I did.
Y'all know I was the Pink Ranger, of course.
Of course.
I was the Pink Ranger. I didn't care who was yellow, but I was definitely pink.
Yeah.
How about you, Mike?
Blade. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Blade. Okay, I'll give you that.
Blade.
He
Blade out
did.
video game?
I mean,
Yeah, he got video games.
he got a video
He got video
game.
games, sure.
Blade.
Yeah, and Blade did say the MCU, so okay.
Exactly.
He did.
Just
I'll give
talking
you that.
about Power Rangers and Blade.
Yeah, we was kids. We weren't supposed to be looking at Blade when we was kids,
Yeah.
Mike.
My heart. I had a hard child.
Oh, boy, it was rough out there, man. So we're gonna go ahead and go into our first open question discussion. So Tashay, go ahead and take it away.
So basically, we just wanted to talk to you guys and see what you thought about this particular topic. So what do you think about Marvel and DC and what they're doing to bring in new fans into their universe?
So, all right, let's see. Let's go ahead and sir, right down there. What's your name again? Can somebody go ahead and talk to me? Yeah, you
Right there, sir. Say it with your chest. Say it with your
go ahead and get your opinion, sir. And then say your name as well too, please.
Hello, I'm Zach.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm sorry, what was the question?
So basically, like with Marvel and DC, have you noticed anything different or new that they're doing to bring in new fans?
Well, I guess they're trying to include, more women and, try and diversify some roles, which is good for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
And I think it's good too to, it gets everybody excited about, going to see the movies and playing the video games.
Yes.
I think that's a great thing that they're doing.
Yes, definitely. Seeing more women, that is really good, right? Because for a long time, we've had a little small amount of women. We had some women, but just not as much representation. So yeah, I agree with you on that.
Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your input.
Sure. Thank you.
All right, let's go on to the next topic. Now, what do you think sparked the current wave of successful video game adaptations like The Last of Us or Sonic the Hedgehog? I like that right there. So, can I go ahead and take it away?
Yeah,
So,
go ahead.
What sparked the current wave of successful? So, back when we were kids, Mortal Kombat You know, back before we, you know, really hit they had, let me see, we had Super Mario, but we don't want to talk about Super Mario then. Not that first installment, we don't want to talk about that one.
Why not?
Why not? It is a trouble. Oh my
That
God.
was trash.
That was trash. That was,
Beyond trash.
yeah, that was beyond trash.
Beyond
right
trash.
there.
Yes, it was beyond trash.
So
I
we
don't
got
know-
better.
We gotten better over the years.
we got a whole lot better.
We got a whole lot better. So the very first Mortal Kombat with Robin Shue, yeah, that one, that was good. So I think that was one of the successful ones that kicked off this video game adaptations on screen, on the silver screen and small screen.
Right.
So yeah. So,
What
yeah.
about you, Chris? What do you think?
I mean, video game adaptations. I mean, who doesn't want to see their favorite characters that they grew up playing or reading in the comics, like in real life, right? Because we used to always imagine, man, if I had superpowers, I'll fly, or I'll, be super strong. So when you see those things come to a realistic spectrum, of course, that makes it so much better. That's why everybody loves it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think they're running out of ideas.
You didn't run out of ideas.
Yeah, me personally.
Okay. Well, you know, they've been doing what was Assassin's Creed. They did that one. They did a lot of video games that people want to see done better. They even did a Blood Rain. That's back for you PS1 players. You know what Blood Rain is. So yeah, but it wasn't as successful.
No.
And of course, I don't want to get started on Resident Evil. That's another one.
Yeah.
I don't. I like the way you shake your head. We don't want to get started on that one right
Yeah,
there.
they tried to do it again.
They try. Yeah,
they
try.
tried to do it.
Keyword try. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna leave that one for another discussion. We're gonna get people mad and throwing chairs.
But Sonic was okay.
Sonic was
Sonic was
is
okay.
holding
Sonic was phenomenal.
Sonic is holding it
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody loves Sonic.
Everybody loves Sonic. I'm glad they changed his design
There
too.
were some people who really wasn't into the video game that actually wanted to watch the movie because there was their first, introduction to Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of them. But after watching the movie, I was like, I gotta get the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, I agree. So let's talk about how has streaming platforms changed the game for adaptations? Are they giving stories more room to breathe? Stories, more room to breathe. Let's see here.
I mean, they're getting Oscars now. Like, you're starting to see it kind of integrate more into Oscars. We're seeing a lot of, popular films now are video game or superhero films. So they're getting more recognition because some of those, they have some great, like Wakanda Forever. Angela Bassett's performance was excellent.
Yes.
The cinematography from the costume design. So they're getting taken seriously more these days than they were in the past.
I agree.
One video game adaptation we forgot to mention is Fallout.
Fallout. Oh,
Fallout was
yeah.
good.
Fallout was,
Yeah.
That's another great one. So many. And I love that they're getting better over the years. So, yeah, like I said, with Sonic the Hedgehog being one of the GOATs right now, leading it, I agree. And can't forget about the real Mario Brothers. That one, Peach, I don't get into
Peaches. Okay. I just got that song out of my head.
I still can't get Peach's song out of my head right now. I still can't get it out of my head. So let's go ahead and say.
Minecraft.
Oh, Minecraft.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Minecraft. Do we have any Minecraft?
Do we have any Minecraft fans in here?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Anyone?
I don't know if they like the movie.
Chicken Jockey.
We're not going to talk about Chicken Jockey right now. We're not going to talk about Chicken Jockey. So the video games are becoming more cinematic. How has that helped to or hurt for the transition on screen? Like I mentioned earlier, how Sonic, that first design, Sonic wasn't looking right. He wasn't looking right. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't be as successful as it is now if they would have kept that first adaptation, that first installment. So.
Right.
But they left room for improvement.
They
There's
got
nothing wrong with that, right?
They had no other choice.
Yeah, they didn't have no other
Those
choice.
fans wasn't playing.
No, they were
was
not.
that was very disappointing.
And I think that's the thing is that, the gaming community is serious. So they want you to be accurate, very, very accurate. So when you start to deviate and put out these films and it's not quite as accurate as it was in the game, they're on you.
Yeah.
They're coming for you.
Like The Last of Us season 2.
Oh, the last of season
It's a
2.
hit and miss. People
it's a hit
like
and
it
miss.
and don't like it. So.
Yeah, a lot of people, and while we're on that topic, y'all leave Ellie alone.
Yes, please
She's a
leave
very
Ellie
amazing
alone. That's
actress.
too much.
Y'all stop that.
Yeah.
She's an amazing actress. She puts in hard work.
What she put in hard
Both
work.
her and Pedro Pascal.
That was just a bad line. I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah.
that was
Leave
it.
her alone. Let her make it. Let her make it, please. So I also say, so which game or superhero franchise is long overdue for a quality adaptation, and who should direct or star in it? People are waiting patiently for God of War. I'll also throw in Metal Gear Solid as another good one.
Yeah.
As confusing as that storyline can be.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what I'm waiting on?
What you waiting on?
GTA.
GTA. Ooh.
Why have they not made a movie yet?
We still waiting on the game.
We still waiting. We're gonna be in our rocking chairs.
We're gonna be in our rocking chairs with the movie.
If you're waiting for the movie,
If you're gonna be
we're
waiting
gonna be
for the
completely
movie.
gray by the
Yeah.
time.
Completely.
I'm trying to still go watch it too.
Yeah, aliens gonna be here attacking
Yeah.
us by the time GTA 6.
Yeah, but you know the game. No, the movie.
The movie.
He said the movie.
The movie, yeah, that's right, the movie and the game. But,
And-
but you know what? I'm glad you brought that up too, because we actually did go viral for GTA 6, which was crazy.
Yeah.
That was crazy. So yeah, that interview is up and available to watch on our YouTube channel on Just Acting Up Show. A funny story about that, as we try to talk to the person who was. It's one of those situations where I know what you know, but I don't know if you know it.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
We gotta
we must
use
say
allegedly.
allegedly. We gotta
Yeah,
say
yeah.
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
But-
How you spell allegedly?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
There we go.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But let's tell them what happened. Let's tell them about how we went viral. Just a little snippet.
So there's an actress by the name of Manny Perez who the gaming community has coined her as possibly being the main protagonist in GTA. So that interview has went viral. Like every day we still get comments and likes about it, and everybody just voice comparison. They're like, "That's her. That's her. That's Lucille."
Lucille.
On GTA 6. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so we're gonna wait and see what happens. Even though we don't know. Like what's the keyword again? How you say it? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
There we go. My high school and elementary, middle school education is kicking in. It's pretty bad. I'm sorry. So let's keep moving on. So what makes a successful adaptation faithfulness to the source or bold creative changes?
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Say
You
one more
have to
time
do
for
your
people to
research.
say.
What makes a successful adaptation faithfulness to the source or bold creative changes?
I don't know.
I mean, if it's done well.
If it's done well, okay.
The
Story.
I think the first few phases of Marvel,
Mhm.
you know, those were a lot of, we didn't understand, maybe we all didn't get it at first, but when it all came together with Infinity War and Endgame, we were like, okay, we see what they were doing there. You know, like it's like connecting the dots.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, but they can't do too much outside of the normal realm. Like,
No.
you really, if you're gonna do something a little bit different, a little bit bold, it better be good.
It has to be because, like we said,
It gotta make sense.
It do.
Like back to The Last of Us, that scene where Ellie went to the island
Oh,
to
yeah.
almost get hung and just to get back on the boat, to get in the water,
Get in
and
the
then
water,
finish. It's like they could have done without
they
this.
could have done without it. Like, yeah, I'll say like the pacing and everything, being
Yeah.
true to the story.
Yeah.
Because we, as fans here, will get really upset if you do not stick to the story. Because we know. I'm sorry, what the camera? We know Last of Us. So I have to do that so they can understand. Get it right on the next one.
And
So-
I like one more thing though, casting. Casting is important.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it is.
You can
yeah.
have a great storyline, you can have a great director, but if you're not casting the right people for the part to be able to project what they're trying to show, it's gonna fail.
I agree. Totally agree. So next question is, how involved should original creators be when adapting video games or comic books into film? I'll say that I don't think this was a comic book, but the movie that just came out, How to Train Your Dragon. I love what the director said about how there's been like a lot of live action films with Disney, and they haven't really been getting the actual people to film their actual projects. They went from 2D to 3D animation and live action and everything. So, of course, How to Train Your Dragon is 3D, through DreamWorks. So the director and creator of it himself, he was like, no, this is my baby. I want to do it myself. So I love seeing and hearing about that. And we need more of that. Because if we don't, then we get Super Mario again for the Sylvester Stallone.
A little watered down.
Little, very, very
Yeah,
watered down.
It's
little bit
really
different.
watered down.
That water was tainted.
You gotta think about you're adding so many different people into the mix that may not have been there from get-go, and they may not be able to see the vision. You can be able to tell it to them, but if they can't see it and grasp it, then how are they gonna produce it?
Right.
You know, just like when you're in college, when you write a essay, you have to have that reference point. It's good to have that reference on hand to be able to make sure you're being authentic in your work that you're putting out.
Right.
Right. I agree. So moving on, I'll say, do you see more crossover opportunities for actors, voiceover talent, and writers between games and film now than ever before?
Yes.
You do?
Yes. Most
Elaborate.
definitely. Yes.
Yes. Please continue, dear sir.
These games are being played like actually Oscar-winning movies now.
They are.
And they have like a good storyline, a good, because back to The Last of Us, that storyline is the reason why they got a TV show.
True. Very true.
Just it alone. And then there's other ones as well. Like Uncharted has a good storyline. And it has a lot of comedic, parts in it as well. So it's like a young Indiana Jones. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. So moving on, let's see. We have Tashay. Let's talk about, because we brought this up a couple times on our show,
Yes,
about
we have.
Jonathan Majors.
Yes, so I want to know what you think, right? Do you think that he deserves another chance or not?
I see
We've heard a lot of yes, we've heard a lot of no's, but what do you think? Let's go out to the audience with this question.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have any volunteers that would like to speak just a little bit and just let us know, do you think it's a yes, he deserves another chance, or no?
Fumble.
Fumble.
Go ahead, sir.
Hey, as far as I'm concerned, they never proved it, so he
It's gonna be
shouldn't.
on the screen, but we can't quite hear you. Can we get him? Can we get him
Boo,
on?
boo, boo.
Hey,
Thank you.
all right, appreciate it.
Give us 1 second, because we definitely want to hear what you have to say.
Just shout out the Comicpalooza staff here. That's
Shout
been
out
so
to
great.
Comicpalooza.
I'm just gonna give it up for them. We appreciate y'all. Yes, thank you. Oh, he remembers us from last. Yeah, awesome.
Thank you so much. We
You're
really
part of the show
appreciate
now, my
you.
friend. Welcome, and say your name, please.
My name's Steven.
Steven, how you doing, Steven?
Pretty good. As far as I knew, they never proved all the accusations. Oh, they certainly made those accusations and drug his name in the mud. Until they proved it, I say let him continue to have his opportunities and let him do his legal stuff on the side. Don't deny him. Don't ruin his life until they prove everything first.
Thank you.
Man,
Thank you.
appreciate that.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
Steven.
much. Anyone else?
Thank you, Steven.
Anyone else? Do you think Jonathan Majors deserves a second chance? Anyone? What about you, Mike? What do you think?
I think he deserves a chance, but on his behalf, they gotta come. They gotta pay the man, cause you gotta think about it. It was premature for them to get rid of him before everything played itself out. I guess I don't know. It did kind of mess up the MCU. I'm not gonna lie, cause now they're not doing the timeline thing anymore. Now they're doing the Doom thing now. So it's like, okay.
Doomsday.
So that begs the question. What role do you think the adaptations play in pop culture and just, listening to culture today where, what happens on outside of the movies, the films, how it's affecting everyday, I guess what's the word, I'm trying to shape how it's shaping fandom today.
Right. Well, it's kind of it's a thin line. It's a very thin line because people go through what they go through, and then when they go through it, it's like you're gonna get punished for a mistake that you did or whatever the case may be, and then it just shakes up the whole. It's council culture. Yeah, that's what it comes from. And it's like it's not. I don't know. It's the end all be all. It's in your contract, and it's this, and it's that, and then now it just shaped the whole movie. I don't, I don't like it, me personally.
It's like one character could could have a big effect on the whole project itself.
Right.
So before making a big decision, because this affects the whole project, you have to make sure that it's a thorough decision. You know, that you have all of your facts and that this person, seriously, this is what happened. Not allegedly, not allegations, but proven.
Yeah.
And then you can make some decision changes, you know, some changes, because it affects everything.
Right. Like Stephen was saying that you don't want to ruin people's lives and, you know, the guy's allegations and everything. I appreciate that, by the way. Be honest and open about that as well, too. So we'll definitely, I know everybody's going to keep an eye on Jonathan Majors because that's a very touchy subject right now.
Yes.
Very, very touchy. But we're going to still, you know, hope that all good and everything works out for Jonathan Majors as well. Make it good. Hey, end of the quote right there. We ended right there. Yeah, that sums it up right there. Winning, the hashtag. So let's go ahead and let's talk about this as well. So what role do these adaptations play in shaping pop culture and fandom? Oh, next question. Oh, there we go. All right. So, yeah, I lost my place right there. There we go. Do you think diversity representation in superhero and game adaptations is improving, or is there still work to do?
I think it's improving.
I think it's improving.
I think it's improving. Ironheart comes out this upcoming week. It's
Oh, I'm
coming out.
excited.
And a little spoiler alert, we might have somebody from Ironheart that we're going to interview. So keep in mind. So, you know, that means you like, share, comment, and subscribe on the Just Acting Up Show.
Please, the Just Acting Up Show.
Yeah. So, yeah. But I say it's getting better. I like that they're listening to the fans more. I brought up Mortal Kombat earlier, back in the early 90s.
Right.
And we saw what it was when it came out during, I think it was COVID when the other one came out.
Right.
But we started off great, but then but from what I have heard, they said they'd already did like a live screening to close screening, and people said that they were like screaming for it like Avengers, like the fatalities, the death, the storyline. They said that Mortal Kombat is light years better than the one that came out a couple years ago during COVID. So I like hearing that, but let's see it. And I think the trailer for that should be dropping very soon. So we'll definitely keep an eye out on that as well. So they're getting better. Hopefully, something.
We just have to be patient and keep voicing our opinions of what we want to see, what we don't like, what we do like, and then they'll put those comments into the work. So we gotta keep it honest to our fan base or what we love about these shows, movies, the video games, and everything. And then we'll eventually get to see some changes.
I agree. So, which upcoming adaptation, game, or comic are you most excited or nervous about?
I'll take this one. God of War.
God of War?
God of War.
God of War.
They can't mess up on this one.
Aren't they going Egyptian? Where are they doing with it? It was Egyptian,
Well,
right? Or,
I don't know what they're gonna do. It seems like they are going to Egyptian,
okay.
but I don't want it to be like Fast and Furious, because you go from the streets, then you go in the sky, then you go in the space and all this. So it's like, okay, so Kratos, he did the Greek, he did the norms. Now it's Egypt, and the next one is Jesus. So he's fighting Jesus now.
Don't fight Jesus, man.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like, where we going with it? I mean, I think that they should carry the storyline with the son.
It's about family.
Oh, see, there you go.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. You brought up Vin Diesel. I'm sorry.
There you go. Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out how does his shirt stays clean after he fights him. Like the Fast and Furious is a freaking cartoon. I have no idea.
It is
It's a superhero
part.
film.
It's a superhero.
It really is.
It is.
It's
I
the
don't
things you can do with 4 wheels.
I mean, when I seen him go, I know we're off topic a little bit, but when he jumped from one bridge to the other, caught somebody, landed on the hood perfectly, no broken bones, no anything.
No doubt on the shirt.
All right, Vin Diesel, what's the secret?
Hey, but you know what? You're right. But you know what? If they called us, say, hey, y'all want to be in a movie? Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All is forgiven.
Yeah, all is
And then he would let it.
family. So yeah, we definitely be keeping an eye. That's.
What about you? What about you guys? What are you waiting for?
Well,
I did.
okay, so let's see. What am I waiting for? Comic book wise, video game wise, God of War was on my list. Grand Theft Auto is on my list. I want to see what they're going to do with a Last of Us installment because I got a good feeling they're going to do a third one.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they have to. I ain't gonna say they have no choice but to, but I think they will.
They have
so.
no choice.
Yeah.
I want to see what they're going to do with this Ronin.
Ninja Turtles?
Oh, the
Ronin
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, I
interested to
forgot
see what's
about
gonna
that
happen
one.
with that.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I like that. I
I
like
know
that.
everyone's asking about where Black Panther is headed.
Oh, Lord.
Oh,
I already know
my
where
I
we're
mean,
going with
somebody
this.
has to say it, right? We're getting so many, things on Instagram and Facebook and everything saying that this is gonna happen, that's gonna happen. Can
Yeah.
somebody tell us what's gonna happen?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Only Marvel knows. Even the actors can't even tell us. Like they start sweating more than me than I am right now. But nobody.
Oh, I know who knows. Denzel.
Denzel?
Ask Denzel.
Hold on, he said
Denzel.
something. What was that? Yeah.
They were saying that because of the introduction of his child at the end of the last movie and how similar like Damson Idris looks to that child, they're wondering if maybe they'll do something futuristic or alt universe where he plays the child of T'Challa and they'll go that way. So it's a theory.
I didn't think. You're amazing.
I like that.
That sounds great. Like that would be great.
That would
I could
be
do
nice.
that. I could see that.
But you know, Denzel would tell us.
He would tell
You
me.
know, old people in that age, they don't have no.
Denzel was at the
They don't
Denzel
have
did
no
not-
filters.
Denzel didn't care.
Denzel just gonna sit back and just
Yeah,
tell you.
yeah. Denzel just stayed. Yeah, I
and,
mean,
then, and
yeah,
then complain about it.
yeah, and he will complain about it. Yeah, yeah. That was hilarious as hell. Denzel. Yeah, I'm gonna be in that mark.
I'm gonna be in Black Panther.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, like did nobody give that man the memo? So,
You know, there's one more that I'm looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
They recently posted that Blade is back in production, or going to be back on the books for 2028.
I'm about to walk off this
Oh
plane.
my God.
You said you like Blade.
We love Blade.
I
but-
like Blade in my age now. I don't know how many people I'm 50 damn near, and they still making Blade or forget about it and push it.
So, do the Blade storyline change?
It just need to be made at this point to change.
Just put Wesley in there for
Just
something.
put Wesley in there and
some
just
kind of
say,
way. We'll,
Wesley gonna be a pawpaw by the
Yeah.
time Blade.
Wesley is going to be definitely pawpaw status.
His vampire fangs are gonna be gone. He's gonna have, what he's gonna have, vampire dentures?
Hey,
Hey,
he said there's only one Blade.
and as we look toward the camera,
That's
just like Ron said.
We gotta do this quick.
Yeah,
Come on,
we're gonna see what happens with that with Blade. We'll put a pin in that right there. We'll see what happens with Blade. So, do you think diversity and representation in superhero and game adaptation is improving, or is there still work to do? You know what? I like this question because one of the panels yesterday where they were talking about Sinners, great film. We also know people that were on that film as well. And spoiler alert, we're about to interview a few people from that movie as well too. So you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Just acting up show. So quick plug. So I like how the other panel yesterday said that with Ryan Coogler, his wife also gets to say so in some of his films. That's why you see so many strong women in, Black Panther, and Sinners as well too. So I like that. Diversity is getting pretty good, and so they're seeing what works. And I know not everybody, it doesn't work all the time, but it depends on how the story flows and goes. And that's all that matters. You don't also have to honestly, I love women. We love our women. We always want to, give them flowers and everything. But I always say, it always comes back to how you tell the story, and you don't have to try to be preachy and beat into our heads. We get it. We understand. She is who she is. We love it. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna go watch it regardless. Just make sure the story is good, and we're good. So.
I mean, we don't have to be the center of attention. Just sprinkle us in there a little bit, And shout out to Miss Coogler.
Ooh.
Mike being Mike. But yes, just the representation is amazing. Everyone knows that the women take care of you guys, right?
Oh yeah.
We take care of you guys. So put us in the movie showing, what we do. That's all we ask.
Yeah. I agree.
I agree.
We don't have to be the superhero all the time. We can be in the background.
Just getting us more.
I didn't say nothing to say. I like it.
Right?
I didn't say nothing to say.
Yeah, there we are.
Very good.
Representation does matter. Yes, it does.
I'm telling.
So, looking forward, Let me see. Where do you see the genre heading in the next 5 years with AI or virtual reality change? How we engage with these stories? Ooh, AI. AI is getting real.
AI is getting scarier by the day.
It is.
I'm not gonna lie. We had a guest on our show not too long ago who does coloring, colorist who does like coloring for background and everything. It makes sure film and movie pop. You do need a colorist. Trust me. There are, if on our side, trust me, you see the difference with colorists. She brought up a question about AI one time, and I was like, I ain't really worried about it. Now, I'm terrified. Yeah.
I mean, it's getting scary. Like, you can even write a whole script
Yes.
with AI. And it'd be accurate. It'd be on point. It gives you. But I think you can't beat authenticity.
There we go.
Did I say that right? Woo.
I think you did better than me when I tried to say it. Oh, yeah.
But you can't beat that. You know what I'm saying? It's something about. But AI is just like the way it's developing, is the way it's moving. It's just like it can. Even that's why the strike happened with the actors. You know, because you know you can use their image.
They seen it coming.
It's just crazy. So it's scary times. New technology is just like what's gonna happen.
Like, I don't think that it should be completely dependent upon.
Yeah.
I think AI working with humans, say humans, right?
Yeah, humans.
Okay, them working with us could be amazing, but we don't want them taking over the whole project because it's not going to be a lot of heart and soul in these projects.
So that to the T-1000.
Yeah, tell it to T-1000.
Terminator.
Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live. I'm sorry, I can't. That was a horrible Arnold impersonation. I'm sorry, y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that was horrible.
I'm just saying that these directors, these writers, are putting their hearts into what they're doing. And you can tell. You can see the passion. You can see the passion in the film.
Yeah.
Sinners. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
there was so much passion in that movie. You know? So I think that AI can help us to fine-tune some things, but I don't think it should be completely dependent upon.
I agree. I agree.
Me
I
too.
agree. AI, like it is getting ridiculous. So
I have seen The Matrix.
yeah, we have seen the Matrix. Yeah, we probably live in the Matrix right
We
now.
probably look at The
Forget the
Matrix.
Matrix, I, Robot.
Dun, dun,
It's like,
dun,
where's
dun.
Will Smith when you need him?
The plot thickens.
They get out of
Mission Impossible, Final Reckoning. They need to stop coming out with these AI movies.
Are they trying to tell us
It's getting
something?
a little bit shaky.
It is. I mean, I seen something the other day that it was one robot talking to another robot, and they started talking to each other in robot language, and nobody could understand what was going on. Okay, that's where we stop this.
South
when we
Park.
put
They
the whole-
took your jobs. I'm sorry. Couldn't help.
I
I'm
mean,
sorry.
what about the trucks that are driving themselves, the 18-wheelers?
Oh, that is scary.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. I seen a dog drive a truck once. I don't know. Maybe I was high or I don't know. I have no idea. Anyways, but yeah. So, what franchise would you love to see adapted next? And how would you do it differently?
Oh, I know for me, I have been waiting. I see him over there. Static Shock.
No static. No
Hey,
static.
Static Shock.
No static.
We need Static Shock.
He don't hear us, but we need a Static Shock series, movie, or something.
Ooh.
I love Static Shock as a character. I think DC has dropped the ball on not making a live adaptation of that yet. No question.
Somebody get that man a microphone.
Somebody get that man a mic.
He's been yelling.
No, shit. Remember that Static is not a DC property.
Right.
Right. So,
It's
but
over here, sir.
yeah. So
There we go.
So Static. So Static was invented in 1993 by.
Reginald Hoolan.
Well, Reggie was added later to
He
the
was added
team,
later on,
but
that's right.
it was Dwayne McDuffie, Derek Dingle, Dennis Cohen, and they actually invented Icon Rocket first. Then I believe it was Hardware. No, I may be mixing it up, but they had Icon Rocket, Hardware, Static, Blood Syndicate, and this was like the whole, like they called it the Dakota Bridge. So they went to DC with a Bible, like literally something like this thick, full of everything in the universe. And DC says to this day, if they didn't come with that, they wouldn't have given them the deal they gave it. So for our creatives, it's important that they know, hey, if you show up with everything and show people everything you're capable of, they'll give you a chance. But so what they did was they made a deal with DC. DC said, you know, we'll be like your incubator. We'll take care of the distribution. We'll take care of the building. You guys just do what you do. And so they did that, and so I think that would be really cool. I think DC owes this to Milestone, is to give Milestone that property. Like I think a cinematic universe for Static would rock.
Yeah.
But I think that what we would need to do, and this would be a love letter to the 90s Milestone, would be to pull those stories up. And because what they did was really bold for comics at the time. And it's why they got in so much trouble with DC.
Yeah.
That they would write about real issues that were affecting like everybody. And so I think that, and it brought people of all colors together in understanding these more common issues. So if we were to do something and for it to work, I think that they would have to, kind of like y'all were talking earlier, be inventive, but also be true to the comics they came from that a lot of people don't even have access to now.
True.
And I think it would be a really cool cinematic. So I think that I'm with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. It's long overdue.
Yes. Thank you so much. We really
Appreciate
appreciate it. What's your name?
Appreciate that.
Crimson.
Thank
Shout out
you
to
so
Boss
much.
Crimson, ladies
Man,
and gentlemen.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
Crimson.
I love that. Any comics or video games or
I think Ghost Rider is long overdue.
redo Ghost Rider?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You didn't like Nicolas Cage? He got quiet on
What about
that.
the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. had,
Oh, come on, man.
no?
Stop.
Okay.
That was the
I
it
like that
was
Ghost Rider.
Stop.
Okay.
with Reyes.
No, Nicolas Cage was good, though.
Yeah,
He was good. He did his thing.
Yeah.
But it's long overdue. We need Ghost Rider.
Need Ghost Rider.
Well,
Okay.
I need Ghost Rider.
You need Ghost
I
Rider.
need to see Ghost Rider.
Are-
We got the Punisher.
Are you being selfish there, sir?
Yes.
Can I ask a question though? What are we doing with Black Adam?
Like,
Nothing.
if you smell it, I'm sorry. Like,
I'm saying what? I mean, we got the movie,
I mean,
and then what happens after that?
we gonna let James Gunn handle that.
Yeah, we gonna let
because
James Gunn take
yeah,
care of
We'll
that.
see what happens with that, because
I mean,
I
was
mean,
that just a?
it was what it was, and it is what it is.
I like the movie.
You like Black Adam?
I like Black Adam. I ain't have no problems with it.
It was I didn't
I
like
know
the way it
James.
ended.
I know Chris is thinking
Nah,
like, nah, that
I
wasn't
didn't like the
it.
ending.
You
It
didn't
didn't
like
give
the
me what I
ending?
needed.
I mean, everybody got mixed opinions about it, but I think it was just a complete waste of time because it didn't be having no sequel with it.
That's what I'm asking. Like, what was the? Do anyone know what was the?
I mean,
Where were we
You know,
doing?
that's a
What was we
question
doing with
you
Black Adam? Was it something that they put out just to like hold us until they put out something else?
well, they're trying.
Or
What they trying?
They
Well,
tried.
there have been a lot of changes, to just say, at that company over
Yeah.
there, so,
Yeah. It's in the
to
hands
be
of-
determined, let's say that.
I am looking forward to Superman, though.
I am looking forward to
I'm
Superman
looking forward to
too as
Superman.
well.
I want to see what James Gunn does over there. So, yeah.
But we shall see.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? It's Fantastic Four movie? Y'all think that's gonna be a good one?
Wah, wah, wah.
You don't think what?
Yes.
Third tries a charm.
Third tries to charm. Thunderbolts was a dump. I liked it, but it's just
It just
it didn't hit like everyone thought it was gonna do.
they thought it was. It just a great performance by everybody in that film. They just came up short at
They
the
just
box
came
office.
up short. I liked
Yeah,
the movie.
it was a good movie.
It
Just-
just,
okay.
it just came up
Yeah.
short, but the Fantastic Four don't catch up. It's like, what Doomsday gonna be?
Doomsday is going to do what Doomsday does. What they spent like what $1 billion to get that? It's just gonna $1 billion. to-
Because these Marvel movies, they catch it. Like one is an eye and another one, another eye.
Well, you know.
They're trying to wrap this multiverse. I think this multiverse saga just didn't go how they wanted it to. They're
Right.
trying to go ahead, wrap it on up, so we can go ahead and move forward. And I think Marvel is finally trying to, I guess, right the ship. You know, because
Right.
yeah, it was just
Yeah, they see
after
it.
Endgame, they were just trying to recreate what they did in the past, and it wasn't working with multiverse. So
Yeah.
once the
lost-
multiverse saga's over with, I think we'll be all right.
Oh yeah, with Thunderbolts, they lost 100 million.
Ooh, that hurt. I never seen 100 million. Man, oh gee, that's a lot
Probably
of
more
money.
than
It's a
that.
lot to lose. What about the Spideyverse? What are we doing with the Spideyverse?
Oh, Spider-Man gonna be good.
Oh, Spider-Man is a catch.
We're not worried about Peter.
Spider-Man come out right now, and it's over.
Why is he the
I mean, the
one?
last one was a little weird for me, but
I like that.
I liked it. I mean,
Got all
I
three
was-
Spider-Mans up in there. Yeah.
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 But I'm saying, are we gonna go back to,
Just him?
yeah, or is it gonna be, where are we going with that one?
I'm pretty sure when they, bring up the Brinks truck, they'll be just fine with Toby
They gonna find
And
something.
Andrew, Sir Andrew Garfield.
Sir Andrew Garfield.
Sir Andrew Garfield and Sir Tobey Maguire.
Hey,
So,
that brings
yeah.
truck for him and Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, that's why that is going to
Yeah,
be a billion.
oh yeah, for sure.
That's why it's going to be a billion with Robert RDJ. Phenomenal actor, by the way. So yeah, other than that,
I think that's it. I mean, have y'all had a good time with us today?
We hope so.
All right.
Yes.
Do y'all have any questions for us?
Awesome. We've enjoyed you, y'all.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
2025 Comicpalooza.
you're closing
Yes,
out.
we did it
Yes,
again.
closing out.
It's our second time here.
It's our second time
We appreciate
here.
y'all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on the Just Acting Up Show. We are on all streaming services.
Yes.
YouTube,
Yep.
Spotify. iTunes, everywhere that's anywhere you can
TikTok.
stream, we're there. Okay.
TikTok.
Well, yeah.
Are
TikTok.
they gonna ban TikTok? I heard they
That's
gonna
not,
ban it.
man, come on, man.
They're
No,
gonna
it's
ban
time
it.
to go.
It ain't talk. No, this is a
That
serious
man-
question. I'm trying to get some.
That man got some
I'm trying to get
problems
some
that
money.
he got to deal with.
I'm trying to learn.
I think TikTok is the last of
I
our
think
words right
TikTok
now.
is the last of our words right
Man,
now.
I'm trying to get some bread.
I'm just saying, he
We
put
ain't
the
even worried about
TikTok
no
off until
TikTok right
September,
now.
so we have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So you can't catch us on TikTok for now.
For now.
Thank you all.
Thank
all
you
enjoy
so
it.
much
Peace
for
out.
your
Have a good day.
time.
Is they gonna be on TikTok?
Let's take a picture real quick behind the phone.
Oh, that boy James.
I couldn't calm down from sweating at first.
Or maybe right in front of here. Can we get in front of there and take a picture? Come on, Sam.